gives the Panthers a better shot of winning the Super Bowl? Would you say Teddy Bridgewater or Cam?
Well, first of all, I don't even view the Carolina Panthers being in the Super Bowl equation. Let me be very, very clear about that. And this is Christian McCaffrey's team. It's no longer Cam Newton's team. Let's be clear about that.
They're trying to erase the memory of Cam Newton, out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
He's not with us. He's against us. I don't know what happened, but something was going wrong there.
Right.
Luke Kuechly deciding to retire out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere, via a social media video at the age of 28.
Now, there are a lot of bad teams in the NFL. The Carolina Panthers are 100% one of those teams, going 5-11 last year on an 8-game losing streak.
Line and Allen dancing, looking, under pressure, going the wrong way, lost the football. Washington has it.
13. Breeze on 3rd and 7. It is complete for a first down to Taysom Hill. He's inside the 20, still going, the 10, the 5, to the end zone for a Saints touchdown.
Let's talk future. Matt Rule is in town, so is Teddy Bridgewater. We'll see how these two work together to bring the Carolina Panthers back to greatness. Now, for the Carolina Panthers, you had a lot of key losses. It's starting to look like you're going into rebuild mode, but it's starting to look like you can bring this team back in a couple years. I feel like if they go into straight rebuild mode, they'll come back better than ever. Talking about these key losses, of course, you lost Cam Newton. He's now a free agent. Gerald McCoy, you lost to the Cowboys. James Bradbury to the Giants. Mario Addison to the Bills. Greg Olsen to the Seahawks. And Luke Kuechly, of course, retired.
Sitting at the 20, maybe just outside. Winston to the end zone for Godwin and a touchdown.
Goff, end zone, touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee.
Total buy-in from his players. Looking one way, and they go to Tevin Coleman. He's going to score his second touchdown.
Now, the biggest hit to me is your defense. Your defense lost a lot of key players, and that's my problem with the Carolina Panthers. But this team, if it plays its cards right, can be one of the better teams in the NFL 100%. Key additions in my top two would probably be Stephen Weatherly and Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater, of course, coming from the Saints. He did fairly well with the Saints. I would say most would say fairly well. A lot of people would say really good. I would say fairly well with the Saints. I feel like now in this new system in Carolina where it's not as good or not on the same level as the Saints, we'll see Teddy Bridgewater if he's actually a good quarterback or if he just had a really good system down there in New Orleans. Now, Weatherly, to me, was a great pickup. I love it just because of the fact of how their draft went. Their 2020 NFL draft in round 1, signing Derrick Brown, the D tackle out of Auburn.
And 1. Back to the running game.
And then round 2, signing Yetur Gross-Matos, that defensive end out of Penn State.
Here comes pressure. Down he goes. Back around the 15.
I also liked your 5th round pick, Kenny Robinson, that cornerback out of West Virginia.
Points deep. Releasing deep. And it's underthrown and intercepted. It's picked off by Kenny Robinson.
Now, talking about Carolina as a whole, as an organization, feel like they're going in the right path. Dave Tepper talking about how he's going to give Matt Rule time, which is something that I love hearing from GMs. Straight out of the mouth of Dave Tepper. It takes time to build things up the right way. Sometimes you have to do a little tearing down before moving forward. Losing Ron Rivera middle of the season, it wasn't looking good for Matt Rule when he signed. But hearing that makes the GM and the head coach sleep a little bit better at night.
She's tough like her pop. Here's one right up the gut. Barber into the end zone for the touchdown.
Tevin Coleman on the run. Tevin Coleman inside the 5. Touchdown 49ers.
From scrimmage. One of 3 teams in the league. Here's Murray. Murray into the secondary. Latavius Murray takes it home.
One big problem I have with them is the loss of Luke Kuechly in that middle linebacker position. That is one of the most important positions on the defensive side of the football, just because of the sole fact that he is the engine the steering wheel, the conductor of all of that. Finding someone of his caliber is going to be tough. Sean Lee out of the Cowboys. Now, like I said, I don't want to see big names, but I feel like Sean Lee with Leighton Vander Esch basically taking over that middle linebacker position in Dallas. I feel like Sean Lee would do extremely well. I would love to see some big play wide receivers. I feel like Willie Snead and Mohamed Sanu. If they find a way to pry these wide receivers out of these teams that they're in, they're going to do great in Carolina. With Carolina, they just need a couple small moves and they're good. They're great. They're good for the future. Now that is really all I had to say about fixing the Carolina Panthers. They're in the right direction.